Okay, let's look at how you can make a broken window like this in just a few minutes, just using a simple trick. If you're going to be using Eevee, make sure you have screen space reflections turned on and screen space refractions turned on. Next thing, let's make our material for our glass. Create a plane, tell it to fill my window. If you go to Google, you can find broken glass textures like this. As long as the background is black and then you can see the traces of the broken glass, that should work. But you can also go to textures.com. They have some free textures that you can download there. I have a few already downloaded to my folder. So let's prepare it for our glass. So when you're working on a glass piece like this, you know that this area here is going to be fully transparent because that area, the glass in that area is missing. But areas like this have glass, so they can't be fully transparent. We want to create a shader that takes that into consideration, and it's very, very simple. You just use a program like Photoshop, delete the area that is going to be fully transparent and just let the other areas black. If you're using Photoshop, it's very simple. You just use a magic wand and select the area that is completely empty. You can decrease the tolerance so that you're not selecting anything else, and make sure you have continuous turned on so that you only select the areas that you want to select. Delete that part so that is fully transparent. Then you can save that as PNG and go to Blender and locate my image. Let's use this. I can select that, and if I look at that, you can see what we have. If I look at the alpha channel, I get a mask of the glass and the missing glass. So I can just use transparent shader, bring that in, mix the principle and the transparency like that, plug the alpha channel into our mix shader so that we have something like that. Now I can go to the materials, make sure to have the screen space reflections turned on and refractions on. You can go to the settings and make sure that blending mode is set to alpha blend and the shadow is set to alpha clip. So you can see that the areas where the glass is missing is fully transparent. Now we can come here to the transmission and increase the weight of that, and you can see we're getting some glass. And if I remove the roughness, this is what we have, but we are still missing a lot of detail from this glass. If you look at the original glass, this is how it looks, and you have all that detail missing from the glass. So what we can do is just use this in the weight, and we don't really see much, so we can use a color ramp to control what is coming through this. For this one, you might have to invert the color ramp, so you can see by default it's like this, and you don't really get that much detail, so just flip it so that you can see the detail you want to see like that. You may also want to use this in the alpha so that this area is also somewhat transparent. Now, you can also turn on screen space refractions to see what's behind the glass in case you have anything behind the glass. And now you can play with this to change the depth of your refractions. You can see how this looks with different lighting, so I can try out other lighting conditions. If I duplicate this, set this as a different material and go into my glass folder and look for something different like that, and you can see what I have. This is a bit stretched, so I can go to my UVs and make it less stretched. Yeah, maybe something like that. You can also play with the roughness a bit or get some grunge maps. So let me go to my grunge maps texture. I'm using my texture folder to locate my grunge map folder so that I don't have to go out of Blender. These are my grunge maps. I can grab this, import that. And if I look at that, it looks something like that. I can just drag that into the roughness and yeah, have some nice water. I can duplicate this again. Let me use my texture folders to switch out to this. Let me link my resources broken glass folder. Okay, let's try this. I'll just select this and switch to that texture. Oh, now this should be a different material. So let's switch to that. Switch back to that. Duplicate this, duplicate this. Yeah, so that's how you do that. If you want to further examine this project, links are going to be in the description. Thank you for watching.